Now, from WBZ Sports, this is Burton Ernie Talk Football with Fauria.
Love it, love it, love it. Welcome, everyone, to Burton Ernie Talk Football with Fauria. I'm Steve Burton alongside Ernie Adams and Christian Fauria. Why are you laughing over
I just love the intro. I just love the intro.
Hey, huge win for the Patriots. How big was it?
Well, as we know, the biggest game every team has every year are the division games on the road. You go in to play Buffalo, who has owned the AFC East for the last 5 or 6 years.
Yep.
National TV, which is a big deal. Prime time Sunday night, and the Patriots looked like basically a solid football team. And just think about this. Opening day was exactly a month ago playing the Raiders.
Right.
The team that lost to the Raiders would have been just incapable of playing the game that the Patriots played on Sunday night. They have gotten better, which is the key, which is the big key for them this year. Get better and just keep going. Get better every week.
So there's the obvious, what it looks like in the standings, which I think is significant when you look at the AFC.
3 and 2 in the standings.
You look at the AFC East, you look at the rest of the teams in the AFC. But I think there's a deeper significance to this win overall, just as far as where you thought Mike Vrabel would have this team, in the first week of October after beating the Buffalo Bills, who have owned you for a long period of time, that had a long, winning streak, especially up there. The last time the Patriots would play in Highmark Stadium. I think it's significance because I think, Ernie, correct me if I'm wrong, I think coaches and especially players, when you're trying to start over and trying to build a culture and identify an identity, the players need proof. They need proof. And I think that after everything Vrabel's been talking about since he was a coach, they finally have I told you so.
No, there's no question. The players will, whoever the coach is, they'll believe you for a while, but they need to see some results.
Yeah.
If they don't see results, they tune out?
Pardon?
If they don't see results, they tune out?
They can.
Yep.
They sure can. But when the players believe, hey, this coach can help me play better, he can help us win, then they'll give you their complete attention. They will listen to what you say, and they'll try to do what you're telling them.
Hard to do.
And well, that's why the success rate for people hired as NFL coaches is pretty small.
Right, it really is.
But there are 32 NFL teams. They're all full time. They're all trying, and there's only a few of them are going to end up being successful.
All right, so they've done what no other team has been able to do this year: beat the Buffalo Bills, especially beat them in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have the Saints next.
Yeah.
Trap game, and how do you avoid a letdown?
Well, this is where, and Mike's job this week, tomorrow, Wednesday, the players will all be in, and I'll guarantee you they go in with the media. Of course, you and Steve, we're the sophisticated football crowd, but the rest of them are all going to want to talk about Buffalo. And what Mike I guarantee you, what he's telling the players, that game is over. It's a win in October.
On to Cincinnati.
On to the Saints. On to the Saints, and it's that, getting your team to refocus. The last game is buried. It's dead. I mean, we lost the game with the Patriots. We took a football out to the practice field with a shovel, and we buried it. It's probably still under there.
Are you serious? Did you really?
Yeah.
You buried a football. You took it out with a shovel?
Yeah.
Dug a hole and buried the football?
Yes. This is just to make the point.
Where'd you bury it?
Yeah. There's no gold bullion in there or anything like that. But to Ernie's point, you could easily look at this Saints game as a trap game.
Yep.
Right? Emotional game, night game. Hey, this is such a significant win. Look at our franchise quarterback. Everybody reading their own clippings and believing that they've arrived. And listen, I think the Patriots roster is better. Their depth is better. Their quarterback's better. Their head coach is better. Their offensive coordinator is better. They're a better team than the Saints. The Saints won that game against the Giants because of 5 consecutive turnovers and a fumble return for a touchdown. All right? So I think the Patriots have learned their lesson in that regard. They're not going to be the ones doing all the stupid things anymore. I think they learned their lessons against the Steelers, and I think that this is an opportunity to show some maturity.
Well, it's maturity, but also let's just take a look at this game this past Sunday. The Patriots had a 10-point lead early in the fourth quarter. They let the Bills come back and tie it. They had 3 horrendous personal foul calls.
Right.
That's 45 yards.
So Michael, focus on that, right?
You bet. Hey, we talked a couple of weeks ago. When you win, particularly a game like this, you coach hard. You really put the screws on everybody on getting the details right. I mean, it's just the way football works.
Has Drake May arrived? I know it's a dangerous question. Has he arrived?
Well, I will say yes or no answer, yes. Because if it's a yes or no answer, I'm not going no. If it's a yes or no answer, I can't do the Glenn Ordway play the fence thing. Like, no, it's an absolute yes. And I will say that the one defining moment was the 2-minute drive. Right? I mean, making big-time throws, not being, overwhelmed,
not being
showing his strength, showing his poise under pressure, not doing anything stupid. Like, he made the plays that you want a franchise quarterback to do on the road in a divisional game.
Right, with 80,000 people against you. I mean, this is it, right? You got to do it right now. And he made a lot, lot of good plays. Are
you willing to say he's arrived?
Well, he's not an MVP yet. Okay, but is all the second year quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, he's right there with all of them.
He's making you can look at him and say he's making real progress, and he's got a chance to be a really good player. He's got to keep going, keep developing. But he's got a chance. And when you drafted him a little over a year ago, said, hey, early in his second year he'll go beat Buffalo in Buffalo. Would you be happy with that? Everybody would say yeah. So but just keep. Hey, the improvement is just you got to keep moving forward, getting better every week. That was the key. A month ago, it's the key now. They got to get better every week, so that when it gets to the end of the season, they want to be there. We always say real football season starts at Thanksgiving. They want to be in contention at Thanksgiving and ready to keep playing better.
What surprised you the most about that win?
It's the first time I would say that they've really gotten the pass offense going downfield. A lot of that was Stephon Diggs, who I will say he's coming off an ACL. Right. I've seen a lot of players. Yeah, you can get back out and play on an ACL the first year. You're not really ready to go till your second year. I was kind of worried. Right. I saw Diggs in the first couple games. He'd go to make a change of direction and fall down. Well, he didn't look. I was not falling down Sunday night. I mean, he looked like a big time player out there, and that really gave a little extra burst to their offense.
For me, it was the defense. I don't think people are talking about the defense enough. This offense with James Cook was averaging 163 yards per game. They shut them down. Milton Williams is everything as advertised. He's making Barmore better. He's making the defense better. Teams can't run on this defense. And if you chop one of their legs out of them, I think they become more predictable and easier for you to get a win.
All right, we're chopping time.
Let's chop the time. Let's chopping wood.
Right,
chopping wood.
We're going to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to head to the whiteboard with Coach Ernie and talk quarterback scrambles. Yes, you're watching Burton Ernie talk football with Fauria. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Burton Ernie talk football with Fauria. We're talking about the scramble drill, when a quarterback has to run for his life. Let's go to the board, Ernie, because Drake May did a good job of it on Sunday against the Buffalo Bills.
He did a great job of scrambling, making plays, but the biggest thing was...
We have rules and regulations, right?
There are scramble rules, just like when Christian was playing tight end. I know he worked on this. There are scramble rules, because you can have this precisely drawn route. You're going to run an out cut at 17 yards. Ball's going to be delivered right on time, and then something happens and the quarterback's out there running. Things change. It becomes a little more chaotic. Yeah. But you have basic rules. So the big play that Drake hit Diggs down the sideline for about a 32-yarder. So Diggs is coming out of his break at about 17 yards.
It's supposed to be an out route?
It's basically supposed to be an out route. He looks back for the ball. He sees Drake scrambling, and he knows his rule in that situation. Abort. Plan A.
Abort.
Okay.
Abort.
Okay.
You go deep. Now, if there's somebody sitting way back there, like a deep cover 2 safety, he may break it back to the sideline at 30 yards. But in this case, there was nobody. So he takes off running, and May knows what he's doing and can throw the ball out to him, and it's 30-plus yards.
So if I'm in the route progression, right, and who knows what my route is, right? What's the most important thing when all the receivers are trying to get in the eyesight of the quarterback? What is the most important thing for me to know when I'm trying to find a spot to get open?
You're basically, you stay at your level.
Okay.
You work in the same direction of the quarterback.
So if I know, like, I shouldn't go deep, who's got the deep priority? Who's got the shallow priority?
It's the outside receiver
got the deepest.
has got the deepest.
Okay.
And everybody is working, and the quarterback is running this way, so everybody working with him, because the quarterback, one of the first things every quarterback is told is the old Chinese proverb.
Is what?
Is he who rolls right and throws left sits on bench.
Yes,
So
yes.
you're big.
Very important, too. I saw it in a fortune cookie once.
Hold on. He who rolls right
Yeah.
and throws left
sits
sits
on
on bench. In
Yes.
other words, do not throw across your body.
Would you know that? What's the one about prunes?
Later.
I know that one.
For the next show. Save it.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for next week.
Wait, hold on. Let me jump in one more time. Okay. I think the cardinal sin would be, like, in basketball, like, or in football, like, if you're running a route, like, you can't run into coverage, and you can't run. If somebody has an area, they're already run. Like, you can't bring another defender into that area, right? So that's up to you as the receiver.
Stay put?
Well, not to stay put,
well,
but I can't run. If you're running it out, I can't run my guy into where you're at. You already have that spot.
Right, and don't cover yourself.
Yeah.
You got to be smart out there. This becomes much more. This is much more like playing pickup basketball.
Yeah.
You got to have some.
Find the open area.
You got to have some situational awareness.
Situational awareness. But the big thing is, like I said, outside guy scramble to you, go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the quarterback knows when I'm scrambling out, I got some. I can throw it out there.
What's this little dippity-do route here? This little circle here.
So what?
That's him adjusting. He had an out route.
So what he did was he started the out. He saw
Yeah.
this. He actually came back inside. That's the best I can do drawing.
No, that's good.
He did.
So he turned around?
He turned around to go deep, and it was it made a huge play in the
the other
game.
thing
Did you
is,
actually
can I say this?
practice that? Did it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
All right, because what happens is if you're just going to keep going because you're not going to stop, right? And then this guy, if he needs to know that he can't stop here either. He's got to stop right here.
That area.
There's his void, right? So he can't bring it. And then if you have somebody, and this guy is going to do this,
the back,
he's got to get on his horse and get all the way
So
over there
what
to find it, be in the vision of the quarterback as
What
well.
happens when the quarterback reverses direction?
Then all hell breaks.
then look out for the Cal band. Like, look out for the tuba player.
Right?
Listen, then
everybody's got to go the other way.
You try, but I mean, it
doesn't mean it won't work.
Right.
Yeah. But it gets crazy.
Yeah, it gets crazy.
How
The key is
often-
just to find, and you will see defenders. They will drop coverage. They will freelance themselves. And
Right.
sometimes guys come wide
open. Right,
wide
and
open,
open.
and they're just sitting there like, and their only fear is the ball's taking too long to get to
Get
them.
there.
How often do they practice this?
It's certainly something.
Every week. Every week.
You will have, for instance, it's team offense, and you call a play, and the head coach may tell the quarterback, scramble on this one.
Yeah.
Just so nobody.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody else.
Just do it.
And everybody has to react.
I have
And
one
then
more question.
we will coach up that play and be criticizing people. You're in the wrong spot. You got to get here.
Oh.
I mean, it's not just like, hey, everyone just do whatever you want. Like, there's a method to it.
Right. It's still a pass, and the quarterback has to know where everybody's going to be.
I have one question.
Yes.
What if it's a red zone?
Okay.
And you're out of room. You're down at the goal line. Quarterback scrambling.
Don't go out of the back of the end zone.
Okay,
Right?
so-
Key number one.
So here, now this is, I'm going to change gears on you a bit,
We don't have
Steve.
a whole lot of time.
Okay,
But
this is
go
a
ahead.
big play that happened to the Patriots defense.
Okay.
Marcus Jones, they changed.
Yeah, but I want to know about the offense right now.
Okay, but I'm about to show you what happened. So Marcus is playing. He's end of a free safety sitting right on the goal line, and he knows that down the red area where the quarterback really wants to throw is that back corner.
Okay.
It's a meet me at the corner throw.
Meet me at the corner.
Safest place to throw.
Right.
It's either my guy gets it or it's out of bounds.
Okay.
So Marcus sees the quarterback start to scramble. He knows somebody's going for that back pylon.
Meet me at the corner.
He hauls right over here, and they end up doubling the tight end, which is a huge play. Just for this guy being aware of what's going to happen in a scramble situation.
Okay, all right. So down at the goal line, as I mentioned, but the receivers down here, what do they have to do?
So it's basically the same. You're going to end up. And on this one, the Bills had two guys coming short, so they've got it's built in the tight end going.
Like I said, the number one thing is if the backline guy, he can't step out of the back of the end
He's
zone.
eligible, right?
Yeah, you take and guys do that all the time, and defenders will push you out.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. We got to take a break.
That's a lot of information right there.
Hey, red area passing is where games are won or lost.
He said all hell breaks loose.
It
We're back
does.
with more Burton Ernie Talk Football with Fauria at the whiteboard. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Burton Ernie Talk Football with Fauria. We're talking about scramble drills, but now we did the offensive side. Now we're going defense. How does the defense, what responsibilities do they have to cover a scramble drill, especially when Josh Allen is scrambling, Ernie? So go ahead, let's go to the board.
Well,
So this is defense now. Defense
we are
is
looking.
upside down, right?
This is defense.
Right.
Some people say this is real football. Looking, being
Some
on
people.
Okay.
Some people. Okay. So defense has a term in a scramble situation.
What's the term?
They call plaster.
Plaster.
Christian, you've heard defense players.
Find a guy and you plaster on him. You stick to him.
You
stick to him like this.
Right. When you're on defense and the
Thunder buddies
quarterback's running around, if you see somebody close to it, you get on him. Plaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's number one. Don't leave guys standing there in voids for the quarterback to hit easy completion.
You're not playing zone defense.
Okay.
Right,
So
right.
which way do you have the quarterback scrambling?
Okay. So what happened here? This is the play first half. Bills had the ball down, I think, about the 6 or 7 yard line.
Josh Allen scramble?
Okay, Josh Allen scramble. They go in motion.
Yep.
They line up on 2x2, two receivers.
Yep.
They motion over to a 3x1.
Right.
And the way the Patriots adjust to the motion, now Marcus Jones, he comes back, and he's going to be the free safety. Normally he's the nickel, but to do the motion adjustment, he's here. And it's cover one, which is man-free safety. And normally out in the field, your free safety is just playing center field.
So he's got a chance to roam.
He won't. But now this is down. The offense has got the ball on the 7 yard line. There's no center field.
Right.
So basically, he's sitting right here on the goal line, and the term here, he's looking for work. Okay.
Safety's looking for work.
Safety's looking.
As he's looking for work, is he reading the quarterback's eyes?
He's reading the quarterback, but Josh Allen was forced to scramble out to the right, and Marcus Jones knows where quarterbacks love to throw when they scramble is
where?
the back corner of the end zone.
Okay.
Where it's the safest throw you can make. Either the receiver catches it or it's out of bounds.
Okay.
There's no chance that's what quarterbacks love it. There's no chance the defense can get their hands on the ball. So, and I thought this was a great play by Marcus. I mean, I've given Marcus an extra shout out. Last week was special teams.
Yeah,
he made
back-to-back weeks.
And not only this, he had the interception,
Right.
which is a great interception.
Right.
And he made a great tackle on the 3 yard line on an inside run. I mean, he had a great game.
All right, we got about a minute left.
So what he did was he sees Josh Allen throw. He knows that Josh Allen loves to throw to the corner. He just takes off running
Darts there.
for the corner of the end
That's
zone.
number one rule.
He's looking for work.
He's looking for work. He knows the work's going to be over here, and we end up with a tight end double covered, and that's
to get it in there.
Can't get it in there. So that's a huge play. Now they come back and score on the next play.
What are the other guys doing?
Basically everybody. But this is a man. They were in man-to-man defense.
So they're already plastered.
So when you're in man-to-man, the key for any defensive player, if I'm covering Christian, I got to focus on him. Wherever he goes, I'm going with him. That's
One last thing.
Yes.
Offensive linemen, they can't get downfield on the quarterback.
Correct.
Scramble,
Yes.
Right? So everybody has to stay home? Is that
Well,
the term?
when
They got a block.
They got a block.
But I mean, they're scrambling too.
Eventually, when the quarterback starts moving out the line, everybody's going to come this way.
They got a shift?
It's not really a shift, but they're looking for work as well.
Everybody's looking for work.
If you're coming out here and you see a defensive lineman, there's nobody on him, go get him. I mean, basic rule in blocking is never let someone cross your face to go get someone else.
Yeah.
See that?
Pick out the closest guy and block him.
Plastrum is
Plaster. We
right.
have learned a lot.
All right, we got to take another break. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show, everyone. We're talking Saints. Cannot afford a letdown. What's next?
Okay, this is a big game, and it's a big game because it's the only game the Patriots can play this week. Buffalo was last week. Tennessee is next week. They have to have complete 100% focus on the New Orleans Saints, nothing but the Saints, and that will be Mike Vrabel, I guarantee you, his big message to his team all week. He will hammer it home relentlessly.
So, obviously, those are the key coaching points, so they don't get complacent,
Right.
and read their own paper clippings, right? But the Saints have a very young defense. They have a quarterback in Spencer Rattler who just got his first win. They relied on multiple turnovers as they were playing at home. The Patriots should not have a problem with this team. They should not. But I wouldn't just roll my helmet out there and assume I'm going to win.
Right.
Like what we saw in the Superdome, okay, was a crowd that is finally revitalized. They got excited about the game against the Giants. They hadn't won there in almost a year. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a dangerous situation, and the only way to combat that is to not leave anything to doubt. Let's not just assume anything, right? Isn't that your favorite word? Don't assume anything. Assume everybody's great until they prove otherwise.
And you have to know this is a professional team. They're full-time players, full-time coaches. There's a lot of players there with athletic ability, and that's what you get in the NFL. If you go in, you should always think, hey, basically, I'm a 1-point underdog.
Always?
Always.
No matter who you're playing?
Always play that way.
I'm a 1-point underdog.
I'm a 1-point underdog. Because if you don't, you're setting yourself up for a bad afternoon.
So I like to think we're the best team on the field.
A lot of these games, when you're favored are lost by just, believing that you could just do it because they are going to let you. Like the Saints are not going to let you, but they do have a first-year head coach in Kellen Moore. They have a second-year quarterback in Spencer Rattler. They do have some speed at their receiver. Offensive line did not give up a sack last week. They had a couple pressures, so they're solidifying that. That's going to be a challenge on its own. But I think the Patriots can move the ball in this defense. Mm-hmm. They're young. They're not all rookies, but they are a young, underdeveloped team.
Be your first chance to win 3 wins in a row.
Hey, listen, it's just about this week's game. Yeah. 1 week.
He's not going to come out of his coaching mentality. You're not going to get him.
I am not, because our fans deserve to know exactly what's important to win, and that is, it's not just coach speak. It's what's important to win.
All right, you heard it.
Ancient Chinese saying.
Put that one up on the board.
I absolutely love it. All right, my friends, that's going to do it for this week's show. Burton Ernie Talk Football with Fauria. Don't forget, we're on every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock on TV 38, and you can find us streaming on CBS News Boston and on our YouTube channel as well. For Ernie Adams and Chris Fauria, I'm Steve Burton. We'll see you next week, everybody.